Welcome to our very first Illumination Circle, sponsored by Gateway Higher Consciousness Community. I am so glad that you're here with us. Today is a really interesting day. I hadn't planned on starting today. I had actually planned on waiting a month and starting next month, but today is the day after Election Day, and I know many other people had a fairly sleepless night. It was filled with a lot of questions. I am an empath, which means that I feel everything, and I was feeling the anxiety and fear and confusion in collective consciousness all night long, keeping me awake. When I finally got up this morning, trying to feel more calm and more centered and trying to navigate my way through my own feelings, I heard the voice saying, "Launch now, launch now, launch now, launch now," over and over. I have worked with the angels long enough. I think 25 years is a long enough time to recognize that when they give me such a specific instruction, it behooves me to follow their directions. So I did. So here we are in our first ever Illumination Circle. And our purpose of the Illumination Circle is to uplift our consciousness together in experiences of divine love and oneness that we can then broadcast around the world at a time where it is so desperately needed. So today we're doing it a little differently today than we will for most Illumination Circles, based on the fact that this is November 9th, 2016, the day after the election. And it doesn't really matter how you feel about the election, how you feel about the candidates, how you feel about our new president-elect, how you feel about our election system or our political system or the religions in our country. None of that really matters. What matters most is that we have a job to do now, and it's up to us individually to find the love in our hearts, to come together, to jump across the great divide that's been happening, and to come together in love with those in our life, because all we all really care about in our hearts is love. The most important thing to all of us is love. We want to have a safe, prosperous place for our family. We want to have enough food on the table and a good place to live. We want to have what we need in life. We want to take care of our children. We want to be able to take care of our grandchildren. We just want to have a good life. That's what we all want in our hearts, a good life where we have a kind and caring family and a kind and caring community. That's what Gateway Community for Higher Consciousness is all about, is having a place where we can come to connect with kind-hearted, loving people from a variety of different perspectives. We don't have a particular perspective here. We don't have a particular religious or spiritual belief. We don't have a particular point of view. The thing that's important here is to have a place where we can gather that is respectful, that's kind, that's compassionate, where we can come together with kindred spirits and feel a connection of love with one another. So welcome to this first Illumination Circle, illuminating our hearts and our consciousness so that we can be the pillars of light, the beacons of light that we are intended to be, and broadcast this light and love out into the world. Our meditation today is going to be mostly an angel message I received about a week ago, and I didn't realize that it was predominantly for today. It came early, which was kind of nice, and it came without many instructions. So this morning I recognized that this message was specifically meant for today. So please join me in meditation as we begin the process of connection, of restoration, of renewal, of loving, of coming into experiences of the divine. I like to put my hands over my heart to help me begin to feel the love within our hearts. We're called Gateway Community for a very specific reason. The founder, Judith Larkin Reno, developed what she calls the God Ladder. And in the God Ladder, there are gateways to higher consciousness. And our heart is a major gateway into higher consciousness and specifically into our soul. So when we begin with the love that's already in our hearts, it's much easier for us to take the leap of faith, to move through the gateway into the soul level where we connect with angels, with ascended masters, with saints and sages and other beloved blessed beings. And from the soul level, we can go on to higher realms of consciousness where the source of all that is dwells. But we'll save that for another day. Today, just know that we're beginning by breathing into our hearts, connecting with the love that's already in there. So with hands over your heart, close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe and relax. If this has been a difficult day for you, it will help you to have some deeper understanding about breath. It's part of our human character to, when we're feeling fearful, when we're feeling anxious, to hold our breath. When we hold our breath, our body naturally builds up carbon dioxide in our brain, in our bloodstream, in our nervous system that goes to our organs. And that feeds negative thinking, judgment, anger, rage, anxiety, worry, fear. If, on the other hand, we can breathe, relax, deep, gentle breaths, deep into our hearts, but gentle, not, we don't have to hyperventilate or overdo, just nice, deep breaths, deeper than you usually breathe, because most of us are fairly shallow breathers most of the time. So nice, deep, but gentle breaths, bringing more oxygen into the system. When we're more highly oxygenated, when there's more oxygen coming through our lungs into our bloodstream, into our brain, into our organs, into our nervous system, our body and our mind and our nervous system naturally relax. Our mind stops judging. It's not so anxious. We're not so worried and fearful in our emotions. Our body's calmer. It's not all hyped up and buzzing. We can relax. So join me now as we simply breathe and relax. First of all, allowing our bodies and our minds to calm, allowing our emotions to calm. That's it, just like that. Yes, just like that. Breathe into your heart. Come into a state of calm, peacefulness. That's it. From this more open place of calmness, of peacefulness, our hearts can open and we can make the leap through the gateway into the temple of soul. This temple of soul is really important because it's outside of time and space. It's at the fifth realm of the God ladder. So it seems I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. Our physical body, the body that we live in, the world that we live in, the chair I'm sitting in, all of my beautiful books behind me, the air I'm breathing, my beautiful sweater that I'm wearing, my beautiful sapphire necklace that I have, my heart necklace that helps me to stay focused in love. These are all material objects, but where did they come from? They came from the essence of love. They're the manifestation of love. So our physical body, our physical world is captured in time and space. In my physical body, I can only be here now. I can only be sitting in this chair, in this room, with you now. My emotional body is next. It's slightly bigger than my physical body. We can feel waves of emotion passing over our skin, through our skin, under our skin when we're feeling intense emotions. Like last night, I was laying in bed, literally quivering in my state of emotion, feeling collective consciousness, feeling the fear and anxiety in collective consciousness. And we have our mind, which thinks and creates. Now, here in this physical realm, it's our lower mind, our analytical mind, that thinks and creates. It's been said that only 10% of our mind is active, and that the other 90% is the subconscious mind, which is the part that's actually creating our life. Well, there's more to it than that. There's also a higher consciousness. And that higher consciousness is our imagination, which is an important link. And also within that higher consciousness is our intuitive knowing. So the love in our hearts, our imagination, our intuition, those are all links that take us, transport us through the gateway into higher consciousness, into our soul temple. So that's where we're going right now. So imagine, see yourself, feel your inner senses, feel the love in your heart as we make this instantaneous journey from being constrained by time and space in our personalities, in my Kimberly personality, in my physical, emotional, and mental body, across the gateway, across time and space, and into the eternal now in our soul temple. And here we are. The beautiful thing about our soul temple where we are gathering now is that it is outside of the constraints of time and space. Our beloved Archangel Metatron has created this sacred place for us to meet. He's given us a special dispensation to meet outside of time and space. What that means is that everyone who will ever listen or watch this experience with us in the future, their soul, your soul, is literally with us in the eternal now of this moment. Our souls are literally all together in the temple of soul in this eternal now. That means it doesn't matter when you listen or watch, we are literally all together, embracing each other, coming together in love, sharing this experience together. As I look with my inner vision into our temple of soul and I see all your bright and shining faces, I see your loving hearts, I see your beautiful, brilliant souls. I see your guardian angel at your right shoulder. I see your archangel at your left shoulder and your team of angels behind you. There are so many angels. I see all of the archangels with us, all around us. I see the mighty and glorious seraphim with us here today. There are so many beloved saints and masters and sages with us today. Always when I look with my inner vision, Jesus, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene are here. Joseph of Arimathea and the disciples and Moses. And so many other precious beings, ascended masters. I see Saint Germain and Master Joel Kuhl with us. In fact, it is the Master Joel Kuhl who gave the edict that allowed Judith Larkin Reno, our founder, to birth Gateway Community and Gateway University. And it is the Master Joel Kuhl who has been guiding us this last 31 years. We are so blessed for this presence, and we give thanks. Gathered here together in the Temple of Soul, there is so much love, so much joy. While this may be a challenging time for some of us and a joyful time for others, there is joy in the heavens because this is a powerful opportunity to make global, massive, uplifting shifts in consciousness. And we are invited to be a most important part in this process of upliftment. It's us. We have answered the call and we are here, standing in the light of our true beings, standing in the presence and the radiance of our angels, standing in the guidance and the authority of who we truly are. It's us. We are here. We are the radiant shining ones, the devas, Deva is Sanskrit for shining one. We are the radiant shining ones that we've been waiting for. Archangel Michael is here. It's Michael who sets up the sacred circle of protection and presence for us. Archangel Uriel is here. Uriel is the one who answers the call of our hearts to prayer and calls us earth angels into action. It is Uriel who brought you here today. You are an earth angel and you have been called into service to be a part of this important transmission of light. You are needed, as the angels will explain in this message I'm going to guide us into here in just a minute. So it's time for this message. No, okay, one more thing. Okay, one more thing. So there are some more angels with us who want you to know that they're here. The angels of love are here with us. Now, there are many angels of love. This particular one is from my angel love cards. And in my angel blessings cards, there's also an angel of love, Hadroniel. But there are millions of angels of love, just like in this picture. When I found this picture to represent the angels of love, I was overjoyed because there are so many. And they are literally laying their hands of love upon all of us now as we gather together for this transmission of loving energy and upliftment. Many, many angels of love are with each one of us as we prepare for this transmission. The angels of appreciation, also from my angel love cards, are here with us, helping to appreciate everything that we're feeling. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything that we are feeling, we can acknowledge and appreciate it because these feelings are bringing us to life. They're motivating us. They're calling us to action. They're pushing us to do things we never would have done. Like for me launching this call today before I'm ready. Through appreciation, we are being called into action as the angels appreciate who we are individually and collectively here in our powerful family of light. And as we appreciate the angels. And from angel blessings cards is Zachariel, the angel of surrender. So it doesn't matter what side of this election you are on. We are all being asked now to surrender whatever it was we thought this was going to be, whatever it was we had hoped or wished for or dreamed for. We're being asked to surrender that and to embrace what is now, to embrace this new cycle of life here in the United States, and to find a way to love what is, to find a way to appreciate, to prosper, to thrive, to come together in love in what is. Surrender is really about letting go of what doesn't work. It's about surrendering what causes us pain and suffering, what causes us worry and fear and grief and anxiety, what makes us angry and resentful and bitter and hateful. We have an opportunity right now to lay all that down and surrender and step up into the presence of grace with the angel Ananchal, also from angel blessings cards. Grace is one of my favorite qualities of divine love, of divine presence. It is grace that has guided me through many challenges of life, pulled me out of dark nights of the soul, helped me in times of confusion and fear and anxiety, and celebrated with me in joy. So Ananchal and many angels of grace are here with each one of us now, in the eternal now, as we embrace the changes that may or may not happen in our lives, in our communities, with our family and friends, in our work environments as we go forth in this new cycle. So those are a few more of the angels who are with us. So are we ready to start now? Okay, we're ready to start now.